Hello, welcome back to Mr. Arsenal podcast. Just bear with me, I'm literally not out of the shower. Literally away. Kickoff is just about to happen between Man United and Aston Villa, the last FA Cup match of the weekend. And again, like all the other games, it has to be settled tonight by extra time or penalties if necessary. And we are underway. I will be putting the camera on in like 2 minutes. Literally, just not long out of the shower. So, for YouTube reasons, obviously, I can't. Be on camera just yet. But do bear with me. If you've got any comments in the chat, feel free. And yeah, Russ is already in the chat. How you doing, Russ? Don't know why Gary's logo's on my screen, by the way. I don't know. Need to have words. Oh dear. Hope you're keeping well anyway. Right. A little bit of one I might get away with. But I mean, in terms of the team news, I mean, the big talking point has been no Maguire, no Ronaldo. Out of the squad completely tonight. Oh dear, one sec. So yeah, even if the worst case happens for United, they ain't got Ronaldo to fall back on. It makes you think of everything that's been said about the disharmony and certain players not being happy. Maybe them two are the ones causing the shit, basically. There's a few empty seats in the old Trafford as well, which won't bode well. Here's our top. Whilst I chat away the absolute bull crap. Fuck it. They let me down yesterday, but I'll wear it. Excuse me. And in 3, 2, oh bloody hell. Bloody top, seriously. Look at snags. 1 second. Right, there. And there. Right, now I can adjust the camera so I don't get my chins in too much. Sit back. And yeah, just relax and as a neutral, enjoy a game of football without being stressed out. Because no matter what happens tonight, it doesn't affect Arsenal in one sense because, well, A, we're out, and yeah, I would have blamed the next round anyway. Oh, dear. I'm waiting for Brandon to pop in and sort of put the knife in the fucking back and go, oh, look at us, we got through Arsenal. But in the attack here, Watkins, what is Watkins doing? Idiot. Good chance of Villa take some sort of advantage on the counter attack then. Watkins on the inside out. In, out, shaking all about. And lost the ball. Villa got it back though. Oh, this will be interesting. Go on, Minks, go on. Oh, good. I think Lindelof got a foot in there. They helped the hay out. Oh, dear. I swear, if you guys have asked this and don't turn up, I'll be a bit upset. Oh, dear. Right, sort out the colour scheme now. If it lets me. No, not like that. Right, yeah, reason my hair's bloody hell, bad. The reason my hair is wet though is because, yeah, as I said, not literally about 2 minutes ago, I got out the shower before going live. Lost track of time, and yeah. Let's go old school, yeah. But to be fair, going back to this game, obviously diverting and all that, both teams have gone, well, I was Ronaldo Maguire for United's perspective, but both teams have gone actually strong for this, so going to be very interesting. Oh, that would help. Oh, for God's sake. This is a classic one then. Yeah, don't like that. You know, what does that look like? We'll keep it bubble. We'll keep it a bubble. If the shade of red is changing on the screen, I do apologise. I am trying to find a good shade of red, but it's not changing on my screen. It's only changing on your screen. Oh dear, here's what it is though. I think we're going to see what we've seen recently with United is they have a lot of the ball at one point, and then that we're seeing now, do nothing with it. One sec. Again, straight down the goalkeeper's neck, basically. And the video come into it and basically come away with a comfortable. When I say comfortable, it would be 2-0. I think Villa will win this 2-0 in normal time. It won't need extra time on pens, in my opinion. I swear to God, if we get knocked out after us being knocked out yesterday, after all that, United go away and win this and go within one of our record again, I'll be pissed. My phone's away there. I can't be asked. I swear, guys, if you've asked this and don't turn up, have a look. Channel. Okay, that's set up. How many people vote on this in the end? Got 5 votes. 60% said yes, so they're up for it. Oh, because I put this poll up literally an hour before kickoff. Better than nothing, I suppose. We're letting them have too much of the ball. I say a lot, it's too much of my liking. It's showing too much respect, in my opinion, anyway. That's if it can. Oh, fuck. YouTube, please stop fucking me over. Fuck's sake. Literally, I've gone live and done nothing wrong, but no guidelines. And you keep monetizing it, and as soon as I go live, the second I go live, limited monetization night. Seriously. Now I'm having to do a fucking request at the start of it. It won't get done until 1-0. That was coming. It's been a good start. First few minutes have been good for me. It's been all, apart from a brief 1 minute spell from Villa in between the first 8 minutes. It's been all United and Scott McTominay with a header. Poor goal, poor defending, and more so. Like this, it was McTominay, like 3 other players bit around him there. But yeah, there you go. 2-0 out the window already. Woo. Banners, scoreboard. What was that? I can't remember his name. Number 4 for Villa. I can't remember his name. Gets he obviously won't let initially mark him initially, but he runs over and just stands there. Yeah, idiots. Oh, now Ralph's having a party. Getting too carried away, mate. If United win this if I'm wrong and United win this comfortably today, without Ronaldo and Maguire, it won't be just myself thinking, obviously, maybe they were the main 2 causing the fucking shit for Ralph. Literally, the world's media will go on it as well. Not complaining, obviously, in one sense. Shows them look bitter. Or just being biased or anything like that. In one sense, I want United to go through in one sense now, because obviously that's out, because it's an extra game now. They'd have to play then next month. that Luke Shaw? Well cleared. Konza, yes, it Konza. That's naughty from Douglas. He's basically his corner is meant to be on the quadrant thing. Not even touching it. Oh my god. That's a Arlie Watkins missed that absolute sitter there. I'm sorry, I don't care what anyone says. That was an absolute sitter. All you do is literally get his foot on it, get a proper contact on that, and that's 1-1. Complete nose up. If that had gone in, that'd been a complete nose up from Lindelof there. His attempted clearance. Oh, someone's been booked. Yeah. Jacob Rams has been booked. Okay, I don't know why. Obviously, I didn't see. So it must be a discipline situation. I want to see what he's done wrong, but it is what it is. Not going to show us because not that. No, United have got a corner at the other end. Yay! Watkins chokes his beer. It's gone just a tad, just a little bit. And things like that, when he misses chances like that, I can sort of get them why. Oh, I get them against having him as a incoming striker. Because last year, things like that, you Neff Elfin, boom, goal, no problem. Literally, this year, nothing's going for him at all. Scored an absolute screamer on Gerrard's home debut as manager, and another goal. So apart from that, though, it's been a really poor season for his standards. I was lucky. Go on, Emi, pass it. Buendia, you dumbass. Did all the hard. Basically, he took the pass. He didn't pass it. Broke into the box. Instead of hitting it across the face of the goal for Danny Ings to sort of slide and tap, studs it into the goal, he went for a shot himself. Dumbass. Just makes it worse. So we're not talking about Arsenal. That's the whole point of that poll. The answer and yes or no for that poll. Yes, we don't talk about Arsenal and we want to watch the game. We don't have to worry about them. Well, no, I can't be that sort of thing. Like, yeah. He should have again, in my opinion, he should have passed it. Danny Ings he's Ridley's saying, "Evening, Ryan. Surprised you're still in the mood for a watch on after one of our rivals." Well, it's a decent. It's not like it's Man United versus some non-league team. It's a clear cut for United. United are going to win. This is one of them games where it could go either way. Obviously, the Steven Gerrard aspect as well, going back to Old Trafford as an ex-Liverpool man. And that's basically. I just want to forget about yesterday. Let's just switch off for a couple of hours. And sort of watch a game of football with you guys, and none of us have to sort of stress about it, about the outcome. Like I said about a couple of minutes ago before we came in. In one sense, I want United to go through. In one sense, because it gives them an extra game for next month. The fourth round obviously is literally start of next month, so it gives them an extra game to play, which could lead to injuries or suspensions or any sort of outcome really, which could if it benefits us in any sense, so be it. Yeah, it's going to say I'm curious to see Villa. Another one that's had a poor season, in my opinion, is Emi Martinez. Had that fantastic season last year for Villa, with all due respect. Keeps crying about Arsenal, and this year his form's massively dipped since obviously Argentina won the Copa America in the off season. He's come back. He's not been the same. If that makes sense. He's been good, but he's not been to the levels he's sort of set. Oh, Jacob Ramsey. Oh, that's a heavy pass. What was that, man? Jesus Christ. No, I'm still, and also, if you're still there, I'm still up in the Arsenal, even though they helped me yesterday. They hacked me off, and I had my little sort of venting off rant, basically, on my in the group chat I'm in on WhatsApp this afternoon, because someone had to mention it. They had to mention it, and I just went up on a numerous voice messages rant, basically, like, yeah, they're putting this out, putting that out. I was like, you know what? And then basically, in the last couple of hours, I thought, do I do a watch along for this game tonight, or do I just chill, do what I want? So that's why I put a poll. In the last hour, I did put that poll out. Sort of leave it in your hands. If it had been a sort of new, then I will be watching. I won't be doing this. I'll be chilling, doing something else. Basically, reading my new book my brother got me for Christmas. So along them lines, basically, just anything but this. But yeah, of course, Sir Alex is there. He's always there. It's a foul, surely. 2 fouls then, yeah. The referee, up you get, play on. You're not winning Man United, church, so get up. That's one thing I didn't actually pay attention to who the ref was today, or tonight, sorry. Didn't actually pay attention. Finally got to attend my first ever away game yesterday. Not bad for a start. Okay, now I feel for you. That was the main thing for me. Apart from obviously the result yesterday, and we were doing our live stream with myself, Andrew, and Gary. The main thing for me was the reason I was really hacked off. Not just the performance, but the result. As an Arsenal fan, seeing that, but for you guys that actually had that travelled on a Sunday in the early hours of the morning, whatever, catching coaches or driving up with your mates and all that, having to stay in Nottingham as well in the aftermath. You'd book hotels and not. You have to stay. You can't even come home because it's Sunday and all that. And your team's done that to you. You pay good money, basically. And Arsenal did that to us. Like, nah. Oh, go on. Oh, what a save. That's a clattering. I'll check that of ours then. Make sure he was offside, because the flag's gone up, but VAR is usable. Is that a Premier League ground? But yeah, as I was saying, it's like you guys literally he's paid not just he paid good money to. He was offside, yeah. Good money to not just for the match day, the ticket and all, but the actual match day itself, as it's travel, petrol, whatever, coach, whatever way you use to travel to get there. But then you're sat in the freezing fucking cold, or stood in the freezing cold in that stand behind the goal, and just had to stand there and watch that. At no point was you able to celebrate anything or get hyped for anything, especially in the second half when they're attacking that end. Get hyped for anything whatsoever. And that was just pissed. If I'd been there, oh my God. I would have been doing a mini uploading the video straight afterwards outside the ground or something at the hotel. Going mental, trust me. And all we get from Arteta is this. I don't know if you watched the aftermath interview he did on ITV. The excuse is, oh, we didn't have this, we didn't have that. And this. It's like, well, I'm sorry. Look, Granit Xhaka's situation with COVID, testing positive aside for a second year, you knew back in the summer this situation was coming. In terms of midfield situation, or numbers in midfield, you knew that situation. Even after you bought Sambi, you knew the situation. Apart from buying Sambi, you did nothing else to bolster our midfield. If I've been brutally honest. So I have no sympathy for people. Oh, not Arteta. He's the manager. He's not like he's head coach still, like when he first came. He's a manager, so he has a heavy involvement in transfers and the running of the club, along with Edu and all that. So I have no sympathy. I'm sorry. So when he goes, oh, we didn't have this one, we got lack of numbers because of AFCON or the injuries or COVID or this and that. I'm like, no, sorry. If you'd done your jobs basically back in the summer, or maybe held out on Ainsley and Ainsley go to Roma for a week or two, maybe, just maybe, we wouldn't have been that embarrassed yesterday or lacking in numbers. But nope. And even getting again. Even when some people go, oh, summer window closed and all that. Well, they have between the summer window closing and New Year's Day to put feeders out there, see who's interested, do agree, basically, for example, the Aubameyang deal, yeah, even though that dragged on for the entire month, in that when we bought him, yeah, that was pre-planned early December that season. Late November, early December, that was pre-planned. Everything, the talks started. And that was under a different regime, like the whole setup and all that. So, again, knowing the situation, what's coming, losing party, you're losing El Neni, Ainsley's not happy. Sambi's just had COVID as well, but obviously he's only just come into the club, and Granit, so it's even you. And unlike after the two I mentioned, the first two I mentioned, you're leaving yourself with one unhappy player, an inexperienced player in terms of Premier League football in Sambi, and Granit. And what did you expect to happen when you don't pre-plan and actually come the 1st or the 2nd of January, or even the 3rd of January, the first couple of days into the new year, when the window opens, when you haven't made a signing, you then let the unhappy player go, so that's leaves you two players. Again, I have no sympathy for the excuses. I don't buy into it. There's rumours of the players have been linked with midfield-wise. I got fucking Fabrizio going, oh, they're asking for too much money, it might be difficult. Again, bullshit. Absolute bullshit. If you're a big club or not, if you want a player, you're aggressive. You throw the money on the table. You go, okay, you want that guy? Boom, and get the deal done ASAP. I mean, for example, Aston Villa lost Jack Grealish within out of nowhere in 24 hours. Out of nowhere, no one knew about it. By the way, apart from obviously the parties involved. Danny Ings walked through the door at Aston Villa. Cheddar says, I would not worry about the not. I wouldn't say I'm worried about it. I was just I'm frustrated because I'm 32 years old. I've grown up the FA Cup. I respect it. I want my team. I love the FA Cup itself in general. Put tweets out over the weekend when you had the upset of Newcastle being knocked out and things like that. Like, this is what the FA Cup's all about. Anyone can beat anyone. It's not that I'm concerned about. It's the performance and literally no shots on target at all. And then the excuses afterwards from Arteta that we didn't have enough numbers. Basically, we're limited to what we have. And like, well, sorry, you had months of planning. You had literally 7-8 months' notice on certain situations. I mean, the warning. I mean, Lacazette's goals started drying up been drying up for a while now. So the warnings before this season even started. But here he is still. We haven't brought no one in a striker role since. I think now. I think it was Bamian was the last striker we bought, wasn't it? An actual striker, I mean. Yeah, it was. But either way, we spent no money. Didn't even look at that rectifying the attacking options, the striking options. Sorry, in the summer, we only heard about these options they're looking at since the window's closed, like since October onwards. And we're still dilly-dallying on that. It's like, for fuck's sake, just get it done. Again, Aubameyang, we need a situation there. We had a year's notice on him. Fucking hell. And we still sort of, it seemed like in the summer, like we're going to do bits and pieces here. And expect that even though we need to strengthen it, boom, boom, and boom, we won't do boom, 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 because we can't be asked. We'll double down and hope for the best. And then, with all due respect, the striking situation has come back and bit us on the arse. If we have any aspiration now, there's no excuse now out the FA Cup. Oh, go on. That's straight the goalkeeper though. If we have any aspirations, to get top 4, because there's no excuse either. We're at the FA Cup. We're not in Europe at all this season. All we've got is the League Cup semi-final against Liverpool on Thursday and next Thursday, respectively, and the league itself. So there's no excuse for us not to get top 4 in that sense, considering all our rivals are going to be sitting in Europe and competing, playing more games than us. But if we have any hope to sort of put it in our hands and tighten that grip where we are now, we need to go out and get that clinical striker. If it's Desan, this Vlahovic, or whatever his name is, what's that? Fernandez to Cavani, saved and cleared away by McGinn. We need to go and get him ASAP. I mean ASAP, like this week, not wait till the end of the window to get him in and go, oh, everything's okay now. I've got no final, but here, it's a sunny new toy. But yeah, in terms of the actual being out of it, the cup loss itself doesn't worry me. It's the performance. It's just the performance and the fact that when we get down to the bare bones of our squad, they're not good enough. We knew of it, but it's that sort of round down against a championship side, for fuck's sake, with all due respect. But as I was saying, I was just chilling last night, calming down and all that, doing my own. And I remembered, correct me if I'm wrong, Chris, by the way, if you're still there, haven't bored you off yet. But when you guys finished a point above us, I mean, the first season we finished outside the top 4 in 2017, 16-17 season, and you obviously pipped us on the last day and all that. That season didn't you guys get knocked out at home to championship side Wolves in the third round of the FA Cup? He sort of hit a bit of a rocky patch then as well in terms of form in that month as well. And people started writing, and literally the media and everyone else ripped you off for top 4 from now on in. Didn't give you a cut and hell's chance, basically. Oh, go on. Watkins, you fuck this up, I swear. Oh, Watkins, you dick. Watkins, hit the crossbar. You dick. Oh my God, come on. Just took McGinn's fucking foot off. Well, Balogun wasn't even. What pissed me off? He gives Balogun a shot. Balogun was in the squad at all. And to be fair, Balogun's been coming through the ranks a couple of years now, 2-3 years. He's been in the offense basically. He's been there in thereabouts. And obviously, he's signed a new contract in the summer. They sort of loaned him out. They sort of loaned Balogun out back in the summer to the Championship side. Give him the whole season there at that level, not just half a season, and then see where he is, basically. But it is what it is. I mean, we were saying last night, as you know, Colonel. Andrew was really ramming home, especially when we brought on Kolasinac. Why is it we've got? I know when we was all in agreement. Yeah, he's a kid, but he's a striker. He can score as a goal. He can try and score as a goal at least. Yeah. Why wasn't he brought on when we needed something to sort of spark us into life? Is what it is, though. Please come and tell us. Sec. Got Harvard Burkhart's face missing there. But yeah, Chris, are you still there, by the way? Oh, one sec. Go, have a shot. Oh my God, Jacob Ramsey, literally, I think that's a deflection. It must have taken a deflection. I think Danny Ings teed him off there and he had a shot off. Yeah, got a corner. He's had a shot. It looks like he could have got. He didn't take the deflection there from, I think, Dalot, whatever his name is. That'd be 1-1 now. Took him a while to fucking get into the game, but yeah, that was going in. That was going the opposite corner. We should never play in white shirts ever again. Mate, come on. The white shirt thing. It was a good. The idea behind it was good. Words out. It's for a good cause, but yeah, I get what you're saying. Literally, fucking the Spurs. We're playing white, and the Spursy comes out of the fucking shirt. Basically, it got into the players' skins, into their pores, and fucking hell. What makes it even worse? Fucking Jamie O'Hara this morning, tweeting out, basically digging at Arsenal. I'm like, hang on. Yes, we're out the cup, and yes, it was embarrassing that we got knocked out. In that sense, but we're the record holders for the competition. We literally won it 2 seasons ago. It'll be 2 years in the summer, basically. In my lifetime, we put a tweet. I said, and I added him. I said, just for future reference and all that. Oh bloody hell! What's he done to his foot? I think he might be going off. How did he cut his foot like that? Jeez. Yeah, don't even get me started on. Yeah, one Berserker's about to come on. Yeah, don't get me started on Sonogo or Miyachi. Bloody hell. So yeah, Sonogo. Sonogo's free, so it didn't really cost us anything. But with Sonogo itself, he came in straight away. He was a part of the first team squad, wasn't he? Straight from the off. He wasn't even put in the academy. So, and he's just. I mean, compared to Giroud, he just wasn't good enough. He didn't suit the system. That made sense for how Wenger wanted to play at that time. And Miyachi Raya, bloody hell. The amount of loans he had to Bolton and teams like that, and it's never worked out for the kid. But we'll get what we're saying about he's 20 gone on 21. But our point was, yeah, he's actually come for some of it was pays in the academy and all that, and the under 23 squad on a regular basis. Obviously, he's smashing it, as we all know, in the under 23s along with Balogun. But it's just, it didn't make sense why Berif didn't come on yesterday. And then 9 minutes, as soon as they scored, we sort of brought him on straight. We should have been on even earlier than that, but still. Apart from obviously the first sub, the second and third, the other subs are all literally like, oh my God, bloody, what has he done to his foot? How's he done that? Shit, the blood is pouring out through his sock. There's no way he can continue, surely. He's got to come off. Doesn't look like he's struggling, but it's just the blood pouring out of his foot. Corner comes in anyway. Oh, go on. Hope for the goal kick. How are we doing anyway? Let's have a look on the old YouTube side of things. Not great numbers by the looks of it. They're not looking good at all. Oh, bloody hell, go on. Go on, Emmy. Go on, Emmy. Go on. Oh, he sort of called trying to get a foul, wasn't he? He lost the ball. Yeah, they get the foul straight away. Couldn't make it up if you tried. I'll try something. What's that? See how that works. Oh dear. But yeah. Back to the game, obviously, the main event, and the main reason why we're here tonight, Man United. It's still 1-0, obviously. I can tell by the score where it changed. After a positive start from United, though, they did start dropping off after about 10 minutes after that goal. It's been pretty much over there since. They've had chances, they've had quite a few chances with her. Oh, what's that? Oh my god. Oh my god. What a block. Yeah, Villa have had quite a few chances. I'm hoping, as a neutral, and all that, want to enjoy a good game of football here. It doesn't come back and bite them in the arse, and they get absolutely torn apart in the second half now. Luke Shaw, oh, good save from Martinez. Oh dear. What's that? See if that works. Don't know what's going on, but anyway. Oh, good goalkeeping there. Take your time, Martinez. Jesus Christ. Oh, we've got a free kick. Okay, Fernando's doing his usual. I'm going to take you out. Try to get away, but I don't know. I could play like a bitch. Is that Craig Pawson? The referee, sorry. That's what I'm saying. I haven't paid no attention to who the actual ref was today. Oh dear. Come on, Villa. Upset the old Trafford faithful. Come on. Or the ones that have turned up anyway, because there are quite a few empty seats actually in the lower tier. Oh, God. Too much. Did that bug on? I thought Wan-Bissaka was coming on for him. The guy had literally got his sock is soaked in blood. So it'd be feasible to get him off and get him treated. But what do I know? Oh dear. Can I say if we made a team of failure signed by Arsenal in Arsenal, whatever, in the early 2000s, late 90s, would it beat the current Arsenal squad? That'd be interesting. What are you asking? Basically, the lesser players of Arsenal back then, in the late 90s, the late 90s, early 2000s, like the lesser players from them eras. Oh yeah, they'll think they would actually, because for the manager would have been as well for that team. They weren't. Majority of the second string lesser players, so we say, weren't that bad either. You had the odd one or two rotten eggs out of the entire squad, but it wasn't that bad compared to what we see nowadays. Anyway, you know, I don't need a counter here. Quaja Tomine, ball in, and Martinez reads it. Players like Seagon, the lesser players, basically the squad players of the late 90s, early 2000s. Honestly, I think they would. That if you made a team up like a match day squad from that era against today's like the current crop of squad players that we've got here at Arsenal, second string, whatever you want to call them, the late 90s, early 2000 team would beat them easily. Because think about one set, we'd have goalkeeper, right? Let's go for it. The goalkeeping options, like the second, third choice for that, the 90s and the late 90s, early 2000s, you had Alex Manninger, John Lukic, Rami Shaban, Stuart Taylor, Richard Wright, and who's the other one? There's another one. I swear there's another one. Oh, no, and obviously Manuel Amunia initially was number 2, went to number 1. Well, I still got to number 2 because it was crap. And then you had obviously Fabianski coming as well in 2007? Summer 2007, wasn't it? He came in as at the time third choice. So if you have your pick out of them goalkeepers there, pick who you'd have as the starting goalkeeper for that team. And already you'd have oh dear, yeah. It's quite a few. A few of the number 2s or the reserve goalkeepers I've mentioned there. Back in the day, actually rated. They were decent. They were decent goalkeepers. Obviously, weren't number 1 quality, but they were decent to have as a backup. Oh, I knew you'd come along, Brownie. Let's see how long until you mention it. I mentioned it earlier. I said it earlier on in the stream at the start of the stream. I was waiting for you to come in and sort of stick the knife in, basically, about concerning the FA Cup. But I hope you'll keep him on anyway. Oh dear. Well, are you doing AFCON watch-alongs, by the way, Brownie? Who was second to Seaman in '98? Alex Manninger. Yeah, it's Alex Manninger, Austrian goalkeeper. And he was young as well. He was very young. He was like 20, 21. He was around about 2021 at that time. And obviously in that 98 season, David got injured, got a sort of a stint of it, got one block of an injury period. He was in the business end of the season. I think it was like a month and a half, I think he was out for. And Alex and Manninger had to come in and deputise for him. And he was fantastic. Obviously, majorly helped us get that title that year. But once he got the taste for it, he wanted to be the number one, and obviously he was never going to get over David Seaman. Basically, got one over on him. So he went elsewhere. I think he went to Juventus at one point. Didn't crack it there though. I think he ended that. I think his last. I don't remember now. Last time I saw him, he was like the reserve for one season only, the reserve goalie for Liverpool under Klopp a few years back, and he was what 43 back, I think, by then. Honestly, I thought he retired. I thought he had retired by then, but clearly he hadn't. I think he has now. Must have done. But yeah, that must have been his last season or something, because and that was the season they got to the Champions League final and lost, by the way. Even Cardiff beat Forest at the City Ground this season. Don't even start. I was more on the lines of you lot have got one run further than us. Even though you got Liverpool in the next round away, you got further than us in the competition. We'll be out, but not starting for a few days. Okay, I thought you might have done tomorrow's game. Well, the second game tomorrow. I might do. Decent game actually, so I might do. Oh, is it going to be 2-0 before half time, Rashford? How the defender got in that one, I don't know. Fucking hell! 9 times out of 10, a defender does that still goes in. What the worst thing is, Brownie, though, in terms of obviously Forest yesterday, we didn't register a shot on target at all. That's our second. The majority of that 11, the majority of it, is our second team squad, like a second string side. No, mate. Anyone can see Arsenal's squad isn't big enough to fight an all front. But this is the thing: we're not even in Europe. We're not going for a title. We're going to go for a title this year. So all we had to go for this season, at the start of it, was to get back into Europe, ideally Champions League and the FA and League Cup respectively. Half time by the whistle, so at half time it's 1-0. Started off well for United, and then they sort of disappeared into the background, and Villa just dominate that game in the end. I think that was clear evidence that Nketiah isn't Premier League standard. Yep. I've known for a while, obviously Eddie was never... He's an okay striker, but he's not, as you say, he's not Premier League standard, let alone be number one for a club like Arsenal, with all due respect. Colonel's gone on to say, obviously, yes, a Manninger is a Manninger goal machine, and you go, I just think you could have a defence of Savinho, Seagon, Justin Hoyt, and Sendros. Kind of embarrassing, but looking at our defence now is not exactly any better than that. Savinho wasn't a bad player though. Obviously, I'm trying to think now. was it? Because he was the left back that came in to replace Winterburn. Basically, he did a decent job, and then obviously Ashley Cole came through the academy out of nowhere, and it's basically absolutely smashed it and dislodged him straight away. So he was like, "I'm out of him, going to Barcelona, thanks." When you're number one left back and then a kid comes in out of nowhere and takes a spot off you, you're not going to stick around for much longer, are you? Hence why when Ashley Cole became the number one left back, Gal Clichy came in a couple of years later. Gal Clichy was the number 2 to him basically in the 03-04 season. That's another thing. We didn't get the injuries we get nowadays either. All of us is back. How you doing, Russ? Me on Mucker. Oh dear. Granny saying he couldn't handle the championship at Leeds, yet Arsenal fans were still thinking that he was the next Ian Wright. Laugh out loud. The thing is, he went to Leeds to play more football than what he would have done at Arsenal, and he basically got pretty much the same sort of he got the same sort of game time he would have got at Arsenal at that time in that time frame. Hence why we brought him back. And we honestly, as an Arsenal fan myself, I thought we were bringing him back and sending him back. Could send him back straight away out on loan to Bristol City at the time. But then I had a brain fart moment and made him part of the first team squad. He needed that season was key. He needed to go out on loan for the full season to a club and get proper football. And is Francis Jeffers any worse than Nketiah? Francis Jeffers, no, again, Francis Jeffers, Freddie Jeffers, whatever you can call him. He was an unlucky fucker, really. When Arsenal came calling and obviously wanted to bring him into the squad and all that, he was never going to turn those tankles. We were competing and it's Arsenal and all that. Well, compared to Everton at the time, with all due respect. But then when he comes in and literally in front of him, you've got Henry, Bergkamp, Sylvain Wiltord and Kanu. You've got 4 strikers, international world-class strikers ahead of you. You'd never get a sniff. But when he did play, once in the blue, it was literally once in the blue moon. He wasn't that bad, but he just wasn't the standard of what the Henrys, Wiltords, Kanu and Bergkamp. And I don't think he realised what is it getting himself into. He 2001 when he came to us in 2001, and then he's what was it? The actual Invincible season he was out on loan. He did 2 full seasons, and in the 3rd season he went out back to Everton side to play alongside Rooney and all that for the season, and came back to us to 04-05, I think now. And I think we loaned him out to Charlton halfway through the season. For half a season, we loaned him to Charlton, something like that. And then he came back, and we sold him to Charlton, I think, in the end. Yeah, and must have said the perfect stat for Jeffers. Played 1 game for England and scored a goal. Never got picked again. The perfect record, bloody hell. Not many full English strikers can say that. They've got the perfect record like that. Jesus Christ. Again, that on his debut, as I said, he scored his goal. Did he start? Yeah, he started as well. Started, got the goal. Played a pretty decent performance as well. I think it was against Australia or something as well, but pretty decent performance from him. And compared to other players that made their debut that night, i.e., aka Wayne Rooney, I think Alan Smith and all that, they were crap that night, and they got a chance to redeem themselves down the line. He played better, a lot better than them. scored a goal, never got picked over again. Yeah, I think it was Charlton, and then I think we sold him. I don't know what happened to him in the end. I'm trying to think now, because it didn't work out at Charlton Athletic either. I don't know where he left. I don't know where he ended his career. In the end, he's obviously since retiring, he's got into coaching and he was coaching at the Everton youth level. But he left that he left that job this summer as well, apparently. So he's out of work now. But yeah, I think it was just poor timing. I think someone should have pulled him. I think his agent or someone should have pulled him to one side, or his family members has said, "Look, oh, yeah, Arsenal, it is Arsenal. Yeah, it'd be fantastic. That's a huge step up compared to at the time. Yeah, but look who's going to be there ahead of you. Stick it out for another season at least at Everton and see what happens." Did he play enough games? Because he came in 2001. Did he? I don't know if he played enough games to get a medal either for the Premier League title that we won, Premiership title back then. Oh dear, but it is what it is. Bradley's been bored off to death. He's gone and run off somewhere probably because he's gone quiet in the chat. We're talking of FA Cup, obviously. You guys got food by skin of your teeth yesterday against Preston. You played, and you got Liverpool on a draw. Liverpool away. Fucking hell. If you could do us all a favour and sort of bend over and let Liverpool go through for next round, just to piss off Klopp, that'd be fantastic. Yeah, Klopp's really pissed me off in the last 24. That news that Klopp's then put in his news conference clips that came out, obviously with what he said about obviously the false positive tests and all that. Was it 13 false positive tests he's claiming that came out last week? Suddenly he's saying that now. That sort of diverted away from the anger and the sort of upset that I was going through yesterday in terms of us being knocked out. So, when he's then gone, oh yeah, what a way. Majority of them positive tests we set up, majority of the positive COVID tests we had, guys. Some of them were, how can I say, false. They weren't actually came back false positives. And I'm sitting there, I'm like, hang on. If you're now saying that, clearly that's a known thing. You've known it for days, by the way, not just on the day itself. You've known that way in advance. Who the hell at the EFL was checking this, doing their checks to make sure everything was above board and making sure they were genuine positive tests? Because they've got to be sacked. I've sacked them straight away. Obviously, it's Rick Parry because obviously he's the one that gave the final go ahead, didn't he? In postponing the game. But he's got to be sacked then from the EFL and whoever else is involved because they haven't done their job. Unless there's a few brown envelopes floating around. That's it. Accrington Stanley. Fucking hell. That's where he ended his career, isn't it? Yeah, I remember now. Was it? Yeah, wasn't James Beattie's manager as well? They were like teammates for the last couple of seasons or whatever. And then obviously James Beattie applied for the manager's job and got the job and basically retired. And for a season, James Beattie was his manager. Fucking hell. Jesus Christ. What game were they showing on this one? I was going down the archives, obviously 150th anniversary of the FA Cup and all that. We won 14 of the 150, by the way. If we'd imagine that, actually, looking back, obviously with 14 we won. If we'd won the FA Cup finals that we lost, i.e. the Cardiff City FA Cup final, the West Ham Cup final, Ipswich Cup final, I think it's at Leeds, 50 odd years ago, things like that. We would be either on 20 FA Cups or in and around, but just on the verge of it. If we'd won a FA Cup, if we'd won every single FA Cup final we've ever been in, I think now. I'm trying to think how many cup finals we've actually been in now in our entire club's history. Bloody, that's going back. Might actually be more than that, actually. If we'd won every FA Cup final we'd been in, we'll be talking 20 plus FA Cup wins out of 150. Not too bad. I mean, 14 isn't too bad, but 20 plus. Oh. Yeah, that's it. Yes, now he's there. Let's rub salt in the wound. So literally, there's obviously Alan Shearer's one of the pundits tonight now showing the goal that knocked his beloved Newcastle out of the FA Cup this weekend. They've got to sort that out as well, actually. Premier League and the FA and all. They've got to have a word with Newcastle now, new owners, and say, look, for years now, fans have been put up in fucking Blood Nose FC, up in the heavens, basically, of Newcastle itself. Enough's enough. The away fans need to be in a lower tier. We don't care what stand it's in, but you put them in a lower tier stand. It'd be a far better atmosphere as well. Oh dear. Not been a good turnout, has it, in terms of you guys coming in, has it? Having the chat and catching up and all that. I don't know. What did the AFCON think it might be getting different? I don't know. Do the occasional game at the AFCON and all that stuff from tomorrow might do. If you guys are interested. I mean, tomorrow you got Egypt versus fucking Nigeria. So sort of on any watch, shall we say? We can call it that on any watch. Fucking hell. Partey lost today as well for Ghana, apparently. Fucking hell, so that's the sooner the better. We've got to get knocked out of this, so be it. Come on, Partey, get your ass back here now. We need you desperately. Yeah. And obviously, in terms of AFCON itself, the watch-alongs I'll do will be the ones where I believe they'll be interesting from, obviously, not just that, but I know there'll be decent games, basically. I'm not going to second guess and hope for the best sort of thing. Aston Villa, by the way, both teams are back out for the second half, ready to kick off. We're just waiting for the United team to get back in the pitch properly. Oh dear, Brownie, if you're still there, let me know. I'll send you a link if you want. Just don't talk about Arsenal for 45 minutes. That's all I ask. Oh dear. Come on, Villa. Let's take this to extra. You've got 45 minutes to take this to extra time. Come on. I actually do want extra time penalties because obviously that means more time for the United players on the pitch, which could only benefit us. And considering, I think Villa host Man United at the weekend, so it can only benefit us and us as a club anyway. Because when we've got Tottenham at the weekend, we need United to drop as many points as possible, really. in terms of the league side of things. So the more time they're playing on the pitch, the better. So Villa, you got one job, one main job anyway. Keep this not on the pitch as long as possible. That's a foul. Okay, now. Oh dear. Oh, by the way, guys, I think now what day. I don't know what. Actually, no. I think I'll pick a day out, obviously, when Arsenal aren't playing or whatever, and I will do part 2 of the GTA Vice City episode on here on the channel as well, and some FIFA, and obviously some live FIFA streaming as well, like just literally online gameplay, just chilling and probably getting battered and stressed and all that crap, as you'd expect. Or might even do the next, because I ain't done career mode for a while now. Sort of abandoned that after literally 2 episodes in, abandoned it. Like, yeah, you guys weren't really interested. So I thought, fuck, it can't be asked. I haven't even played it offline, as in not when I'm not streaming. I mean, career mode wise. I mean, oh, here we go. That's a poor pass, but can he make something out of this? Bruno whips it in. It's a corner. I don't know if that was a corner, but it's been given as a corner. Could be phone 1 sec. Oh dear. Oh dear. Why put this over? Oh, let's have a look at my phone, see what's going on. Corner not actually. Let's see what happens here. I think it's corner in. Nothing happened. Oh dear. You're about this one. What is it? This was this the? I'm trying to think now. This, I think, I don't know, 607. Wasn't it? Was this 07? Was this the 0708 third choice, wasn't it? Away shirt. The alternative, as they called it back then. Kit. Yeah, the third choice kit this was in the 0708 season, wasn't it? I found at the time, I've got to admit, at the time I found it fucking hilarious. Because it was the summer we lost. Well, it wasn't the summer itself. It was, I think now. It was the summer we sold Henry to Barcelona. Within a week and a half of selling him, we unveiled this. And obviously, I know that it goes in a different direction. Obviously, Barcelona goes that way, goes downwards. It's literally like boom, boom, boom. But I thought he couldn't have picked dude the colours he picked. It was like, I wonder why this was picked. No other reason I'm trying to convince Henry to stay at the time. I don't want to go Barca, Thierry, but look, we made our own version of Barca's kit. Look. So you don't have to go to Barcelona at all. And obviously he still went, but I found it funny at the time. But yeah, also what I liked about it was obviously the collar as well. But it was different and it's comfortable. It's obviously still fits. Just need to sort that. As I said, need to sort that out. Get my routine back to the gym and get all that back to where it should be. 1-1. Get in there. Is that Danny Ings got the touch there? Danny Ings is off celebrating. The assembled is in the chat. Pick up the assembled. I think there might be VAR there just to make sure, but it currently is 1-1. Playing FIFA now. Playing Ultimate Team, pay to win. Yeah. I think it's with the online side of things with FIFA, with obviously, well, it's called FIFA anyway. Let's have a look. Yeah, it's a perfectly legit goal. Thank you very much. I don't care what they say. I'm changing the scoreboard. Come on, Villa. On the easy part now to the hard part of maintaining this. Deserve it. I think it is deserved because most of that first half it was all Villa and they did have a chance after chance after chance. Obviously, he literally off his knee. Oh, God. Oh, fair play. Fucking hell, Gerald's got a brain after all. The thing is, if I was Gerald, I'd be off fucking all the checking, I think. What are they checking? One sec, I've got to put the volume up so I can hear. I don't think Ings was offside. It hits off. It literally bounces off his knee. Doesn't even touch his hand. They're checking for offside anyway. Oh, this might. Oh, it might be disallowed. It looked onside from one angle. At this angle, it doesn't look good. If Minks is that Watkins? If Watkins has touched that, you can't tell. The div at the ball doesn't change any direction either. So I need to turn it down. It doesn't look like Watkins got a touch because he's off his face. You can't even tell if he studs a hit, the ball changes. No, you can't. No, Watkins doesn't touch that. Watkins attempts to go for it but doesn't touch it. Because he hasn't touched it, it's not offside. I swear they disallow this. It's corruption at the highest level. Oh no, they sent the referee over. Oh, for God's sake, just take the scoreboard as well. Big up Mr. Bungle in the chat. How you doing, my friend? But the assemble while we're waiting for him to check. And we goes like, oh, okay. Right, everyone's onside at this point that touches the ball. Oh, they're checking that now. For God's sake, they've gone that far back now. Now they realise Watkins didn't touch the ball. Cavani runs into him. They're not going to give the goal. Cavani runs into him and it's not going to be given. So once they realised the goal had to be given based on Ings being onside, they then went back to see if Ramsey had done anything wrong. Jacob Ramsey's like, I mean, you watch the replay, he runs into him. I mean, Cavani runs into him. Fucking idiots. Yeah, Cavani runs into him. It's common sense. Oh, this is bullshit. Corruption at the highest level. Fuck's sake. The assembled was saying, evening, young. Oh. Was he stunned back into reality? He wasn't surprised by Arsenal's op yesterday. Performance. Oh, so the performance got me because it was like someone said in the chat. I can't remember what it was yesterday before kickoff. I think it might have been Colonel. I can't remember exactly who it was. If I'm wrong. But they're saying basically they're hoping that this 11 doesn't come out and play like a bunch of strangers that they hadn't played with each other before, but it did. It's like the kiss of death that was, but it did. So this is getting messy now. United players are throwing themselves to the floor, feigning injury here. Villa need to keep their heads here. You won the ball. Fred White stood there again and gone, take me out, take me out. Yeah, exactly, Chris. I'm not the only one who thinks that's stupid. Literally, Cavani runs into... Jacob Ramsey isn't looking at Cavani and going, I'm going to stand in the way and hope for the best, not getting away sort of thing. Jacob Ramsey is literally watching the ball come in. He stood in the area of the pitch, watching the ball come in, no interference of the play, and Cavani's just gone into him. And they've given a free kick based on that. But the thing is, they checked on that after they realised they couldn't give offside for the initial thing they were looking at, with Danny Ings actually putting the ball in the net. Tell me there's no fucking corruption in this fucking league. We have no midfield options. We went on that. We touched on that earlier, Russ. That's what I'm saying. Ghana losing today could be a godsend. The sooner Ghana get knocked out and Partey can come home, the better. In the meantime, though, get someone in quick, and not a fucking rookie either. Spend the fucking money. Oh, don't do what we did, guys. Dig out the referee, because then it'll all go against you. Villa fans are now chanting that you're not fit to referee. Towards obviously the ref on the day today. And we did that against City, and look how that turned out for us. Love how they check from A to Z for United. That's Arsenal, different story. Literally, VAR is really. Again, it's not the system itself. It's not the tech itself that's ruining the game. It's the incompetent pricks in charge of it all. Incompetent, corrupt, whatever you want, or both, whatever you want to fucking throw at it. Oh, go on. That's almost a foul there. Fucking like Tommy or someone nearly jumped on fucking McGinn's back. Sorry. What I don't understand is he picks the players on their performance in training. So if that was the best performance, heaven help us. Oh God, don't even start. Especially with Thursday in mind. Jesus Christ, that's why I didn't do podcasts tonight. So I just couldn't be able to do podcasts and going over it all again. Sort of try and do a podcast on Wednesday, sort of for get words out eventually. Previewing the previewing the Liverpool game on Thursday, and then on Friday night we'll do another podcast, getting ready for the North London derby itself, the main event. I'm trying to have two positive podcasts, so I cannot have. It's not good. It's not good for my not just my mental health, but your mental health. Either having to relive it all, and because it's a hectic week ahead of us in that sense, a big week now for us for this season. I don't want us. Oh, go on! This has got to be onside. Come on, Danny. Go on. Watkins has put it in the net. Wait, oh, for fuck's sake, Watkins! If you're offside, I'll kill you. I swear to God, they've got to check it. Obviously, the ball's in the net. They've now got to check the ball, check if he's offside. Ooh, yeah, it's just offside. Ings was offside. Sorry, Watkins. Ings, you dickhead. So that was Don't. Now Lindelof's down. And that's all United need. I don't know what their options are off the bench defensively. That's a centre back pair. I mean, again, I know they've had two goals ruled out now in the second half, but it shows that after especially this one, they're not getting ahead. They're not dropping their heads or anything. They're actually knocking him down and getting on with it. Ryan, he has put himself in a hole. He's got to win both games. If we don't, where does he go from there? Well, it's pretty much then if If we get knocked out of the League Cup over the 2 legs, and then in between that lose the North London derby, and all we've got to go for is beating that after in the aftermath of often North London derby getting knocked out of the League Cup, sorry. And all we've got to go for is to try and get ourselves into the Champions League, keep fighting away. The club itself will wait. The club itself will sit back and wait till the end of the season. And then if he doesn't get back in the Champions League, and if worst case he bottles it, and we don't get back into Europe at all, they have to sack him then, surely. Especially at this moment in time, we've got it in the palm of our hand. We've so-called got a grip on it, basically. It's a small grip, but we've got a somewhat grip in the top four at the moment. If he was to then throw it away, and it starts from this Thursday onwards, and we don't even get to the EFL Cup final now, especially now being knocked out the FA Cup. They've got to reassess things and say, well, sorry, you've had 2.5 years. We're getting nowhere fast. It's time to go. And if they do that, they've then got to, this has been brilliant. This is go and get a world-class experienced manager in, someone that knows what they're actually doing, that isn't learning on the job. I mean, if that was where you are now, David, but you just ride the ball 20 yards up the pitch, okay, cool. Visually saying EFL under pressure to investigate. The Scousers after admitting about false positive cases about time. Are they actually going to investigate though? Are the EFL, is this what you're hoping they do, or is it leaked out that this is what they have to do? That they actually are doing it. They are actually investigating Liverpool. But again, it's all well and good investigating Liverpool and all that. And yeah, they've done wrong. They've clearly lied and all that. But what's that? Where was fucking hell? Because someone has to tackle defend, one of the two. Where was the who's going to Sorry, that's it. Who's going to investigate the idiots that reviewed Liverpool's appeal last week and allowed it to be allowed the game to be postponed last week? Where's their review? Where's their co-applicants, basically? There's faults on both sides, basically. The athletic are reporting nothing will happen, though. The bin tippers will get away with it. Oh, dear. Okay. Well, they invest. If the EFL are being genuine, they're actually looking into what the fuck went, why they didn't see the red flags of the false positives themselves, and B, why they felt they had to lie. Because it's an amazing recovery from the goalkeeper, especially considering. And suddenly it's like, oh no, it's false positive test. Fuck off. If that's the case, just kick the fuckers out the cup. They've lied to you. If you can prove, I mean, he's not saying it was all false positives. If the EFL, the powers that be, can prove that that the club and the club at Liverpool have lied to the EFL to get game moved, delayed, as a punishment, not just a little slap in the wrist, don't do it again or fine, kick the fuckers out. Kick them out the tournament. They brought your tournament into disrepute, basically. So why should they have the chance to represent in a cup final and possibly win it? That was poor. Again, he wins the ball. Gavani, twat. Oh, bloody hell. Rashford's getting a bit frustrated now and lashing out. they cured COVID in 48 hours. Chris is on he's in contact with the club with the ASAP. This is what I'm saying. It literally, like, we've got no goalkeepers, we've got no nothing, but we're literally got to lose our under 50 FA Cup and all that malarkey. Suddenly, their second choice goalkeeper, the Irish lad, makes a full recovery. When people start asking questions, it's all false. It was false positive. Sorry, guys. Fuck off. But the thing is, I've said what they should do. Yeah, if they're found out to be, they've got enough. If they've got the proof to show that they've been lying, they've been lied to. Sorry. Then the only sensible punishment is to kick them out of the tournament. Because they've brought your individual tournament into disrepute, basically. I thought it was 1-1, geezer. Yeah, for 2 minutes it was, but the goal got taken off because Cavani ran into a midfielder in the box and fell over. So the goal got taken off. Villa. So it's still 1-0. Go on. Whoa, it's got to be a booking, surely. Luke Shaw's got to be booked. Look at this, taken Jake out, flung him in the air, everything. Jesus. Might pay from Jacob, but yeah, that was a yellow card all day long. Ridley saying, but Green is about my. Oh, that's a. Ooh, that could have been easily given. I've seen him given this season. Yeah, but who's got the balls to kick him out? Northern bias again. This is the thing. They've got a lead. Imagine they've done all that. They've brought the competition into disrepute. They get to the final, for example, yeah, and go on to win it. That, in one sense, they've won it, but they've tainted it at the same time by their tactical. What's that? You say tactical? Their what's the word? What's the word you can use without getting in trouble? One sec. Come on, Villa. Oh, you dickhead, Taggart. Fucking hell, just taking him out again. Jesus Christ. Another booking for United. Dalek's now been booked. So both fullbacks have been booked for United now. I mean, that was a worse challenge. Let's have a look from behind this angle. There's a cost of. I think the reason why it's booked is he's going across the floor, but his studs are up. If the target was slightly, if his legs are slightly more central to the studs, we'd be looking at a red there, possibly. Does the EFL, I'm going by what I was saying back before about the EFL being tainted, the Carabao Cup being tainted by Liverpool to win it by their lies? Would the EFL really want that deep down? Would they really want to have that hanging over them for the rest of this season? That this season's competition was won by a team that lied to get that to delay a semi-final to benefit them. There are a lot of chances either, but they're not apart from the ones that have been not taken off for offside or a foul. 2 minutes to go, this could come back and bite them in the arse. And United are just sitting back. This is the thing. United are sitting back and soaking it up. Since they went 1-0 up, this is what they slowly went into it, and now they're just sat there. Now all they're doing is letting Villa attack. The odd counter attack here and there, but nothing major compared to how they started. We didn't lie. We just wanted our best players. Well, you did. Well, from what you say, 13 tests came back positive. Turned out to be false positives. Yeah, and they knew this. They've known this for how many days, hours, whatever. And they didn't disclose that to the EFL at any point or anyone until after. Only until after. They didn't even come out and say, "Oh, this is the reason why they're playing now because they didn't play." They wait until after the match to say, "Oh, well, the reason they're playing is because 13." Come on, what are the odds as well? That one club, the squad that you have, 13 players. 13 players test positive, and they all turn out to be false positives within 48 hours after you get your game called off, or 72 hours respectively. And also, I'm not just having a go at Liverpool here. I'm having a go at the EFL as well, because the EFL, when they did their checks to have the game called off or postponed, they clearly didn't do their job properly. They just went, "Oh well," with President Vic Parry, "Oh, don't worry, guys. Bygones be like, we'll do what you ask. Don't worry." It feels like that now. A fake positive test is 1 in 1,000 exactly. We had 13 of those. That's crazy odds. That's what I'm saying. What are the odds that any club? I'm not just directing at Liverpool here. I'm saying in general. What are the odds that a club, a football club, especially at a high level, that is the Premier League and all that, would have 13 false positive tests come back? I wouldn't mind. Oh, there we go. Is this going to kill the game and really piss Villa off? Get out of the way, Mings, you dickhead. Oh, by the way, Cavani's gone off for Donny van der Beek. We've got to feel sorry for Donny, because literally, even under Ralph Rangnick, he's not getting a chance, proper chance, unlike everyone else. Even fucking, what's his name? Phil Jones has got more of a chance under Ralph Rangnick. But yeah, as I say, I'm not having to go solely at Liverpool here. I'm saying there's faults on both Liverpool and the EFL, whoever was in charge of investigating and making sure everything had gone through the proper channels and all that, and this, that, and they're making sure they were proper false positive, they were proper positive tests and not false. Clearly didn't do their job properly, hence why you got your game called off and all that. That's what I'm saying. There's faults on both sides there from that side of things. But I'm saying I wouldn't mind, but I'm going by how we played yesterday. Even with your youth team, Cheddars, you would have probably won. Vic Parry, yeah. That's what I'm saying, yeah, Vic Parry. It's like Liverpool have solely gone direct to him, or instead of it's gone obviously gone directly to him and all that. He's thought, I'll pretend. Don't worry, guys. I'll pretend I'll send someone in to look into it and all that, make sure it's all prim and proper. And give it 24 hours, and then at this certain time, I'll announce that the game's off. Okay, don't worry. It seems like it does seem like there's little backhanders have gone around there. It's like not what you know, it's who you know sort of situation has occurred there. But they've got to be careful now. Play it smart in the last 15 minutes to get themselves back into this. Oh, United yet again going to scrape for very scrappy. What looked to be a very dominant performance at the start of this game. It's turned out to be another bang average United performance under Ralph Rangnick. Danny, what you doing, you dickhead? Oh, Douglas Luiz has been found out. There's someone saying that sounds like a dodgy batch or test. That's not their fault. I mean, again, what's the odds though? Come on. I mean, as at any club, come on. What are the odds? Any club at top flight level, Premier League, La Liga, wherever in the world, in Europe, what are the odds that one team out of that particular league would get a dodgy set of positive tests? Then a dodgy set of tests, and they weren't sure. Then if they because they put it out, to the media and all that, it was suspected positive tests and all that. Suspected these tested positive for COVID. Yeah. Then why not go and get a new lot of tests and double check before you run into the EFL and get the game called off? Just to make sure. I mean, they're getting tested 2-3 times a day, for fuck's sake. But again, if they weren't sure, why not get an extra batch in, contact the Premier League and say, look, we're not sure these are genuine because they're not showing any symptoms. Can we have another batch sent out ASAP and all that, and just to make sure? No, they got one. They did one round of testing, basically, by the sounds of it. Majority of them came back positive, and suddenly it's like, instead of doing the next round of testing a bit quicker, or because I don't know who's lateral or whatever, as I say, doing it a bit quicker and going and judging it from there. They've got the one test come back. Fuck it, EFL, Rick, we need the game called off. Got off, and then suddenly, within 24 hours after getting the game called off, by the way, the training centres reopened again. Again, even at that point, they could have said the reason why it's reopened again and everything's getting back to normal is because of X, Y, and Z, because these positive tests turned out to be false. They didn't use that. They didn't say. They waited until after yesterday's game to say, oh, by the way, it's Lurkens. Oh, by the way, this is the reason why this X, Y, and Z played today, because 13 tests came back false positives, basically. So Liverpool lied. Says going. Effectively, it is what it is. That is the case. Don't worry how you get around it, because the odds on getting, I think Chris said in the chat earlier, Cheddar's a Liverpool fan, the odds of getting one false positive test is like 1 in 1,000. To get 13 in a batch is nigh impossible. And considering with all these outbreaks we've been having for the last month and a half, they haven't had they literally had one round and went, we won't have the second round of tests a bit earlier, or call for an extra round of testing to come in. I know Rick Parry works for the EFL. We know him. Rick, can you have to go? We've got suspected positive tests here with nothing confirmed. It's not 100%, but can we call a game off for us on Thursday? We'll make it worth your while. It does seem like that. Now, we look at it. You can say that's the sinister side of myself and others. I think like that. It's a bit sinister and all that, but worse things have happened in football, especially in England as well. Let's be honest. It doesn't just happen in Italy, guys. Corruption does happen elsewhere outside of Italy in terms of football. I think Villa have given up. I've got 2 minutes to go, by the way, in this game. I think Villa have given up the ghost all of a sudden. Suddenly they're trying to save that energy for the weekend. I want 30 more minutes. So give me another goal, Villa. Give me a goal, Villa. Come on, please. Midri saying, yeah, I do remember. Also, the last time we beat Chelsea in the semi-finals of the EFL, the Carabao Cup. What's that? Oh, go on, go. Aye. We played the second leg at home, yeah, and ideally, it's done in normal circumstances, it would have done us a massive favour. But seeing what we saw yesterday, I'm not entirely sure how this is going to turn out. They should suffer a 3-0 forfeit. Yeah, I'll be happy with that. They don't want to kick him out. Give him for this week or next week's game. Pick one of the two and say, this week this game ain't going ahead, but this is the reason why. And Arsenal get a 3-0 lead going into the next game, basically. Automatically, sort of thing. And basically, you've now got to work your arse off to get back into the time. And we just got to sit back and relax and defend a 3-0 forfeited lead. Imagine that, Jesus Christ. Even then, I think we'll struggle. Gary, you doing a podcast tonight over on Scott's channel, or that for you doing that next week? We'd probably lose 5. I know it was. No, that was to happen. Obviously, given a 3-0 forfeited lead into a second leg at home, it'd be 0-0 at half time. We're thinking, yes, 45 minutes away, and just fucking blow our asses out in the second half and lose 4-0. Yeah, the game's dying off now. Villa's dropping deep and sort of trying not to concede another, and now trying to do the counter attack bullshit. Oh, here we go. They're going to get something from this. Or you're going to defend. Oh, here we go. Defend and get rid. Have it. Halfway up the pitch. Yeah, Villa dropping way too deep now. They're getting nothing. They've given up the ghost. Don't know why though. It's 1-0 for fuck's sake. So United are going for it. Means they've got to play an extra game, but I would have preferred them to play an extra 30 minutes or so of football, to be honest, tonight. Just so they're shattered for the weekend, that's all. Because the majority of these teams, that's the point, yeah. I think it is these two playing against each other the weekend. Obviously, Coutinho will make his debut on the weekend then. Let's have a look. Friday. Anyone playing on Friday? Don't care about that game. There's Man City Chelsea. Okay, 12:30. That'd be interesting. Villa versus United at Villa Park. Okay, so yeah, the majority of these players are from both teams will be playing at the weekend anyway. So I want them on as long as possible. I want United on the pitch for as long as possible. But I don't think that's going to happen now. So he needs City to batter Chelsea. No, not catch it, but either way, just keep them drop them out the title race completely. Or just Lingard and Rashford. Fernandes and Rashford have gone off, and Lingard and someone else has come on. Some kids come on. Who else? Someone else has gone off. Jacob Ramsey's gone off for don't even want to try and pronounce that name. Jesus Christ. Double barrel name. Have a kid by the looks of it. Oh dear. Go, go, go. Go, Matty, go. Support him then. Fucking hell, Matty. Fluke that one. Fucking Matty Cash gives the ball to the kid and basically says, off you go, you're on your own, basically. Ryan, do you think that Wolves will ever end up? No, they won't. They won't. Over the course of the season, we'll be too good for them. Villa want Digne for left back. Yeah, it's a foul. Concha's holding his face. I saw a foul there. That's what I did. VAR need to have a look at that. There's a pen. Check it. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I thought that was a pen. Let's have a look. Might have just been coming together. Well, I just smacked him in the face. And it wasn't one Shaw's. That's Luke Shaw. Looks. He sees him coming. He goes like that. It still goes with the arm. Whoa! It's caught him properly as well. He gushing out of his nose. Blood gushing out of his nose. I'm sorry, you can't say Luke didn't seem like he sort of he'd run into him or anything like that, because Luke sees him and still goes crack. I don't think they are checking it though. Going by the commentators, I don't think they are. Surprise, surprise. Yeah, of course, as I was saying before, over the course of the season, the likes of Villa and Wolves won't get near us in terms of league position. We will finish. How's Rashford? He's gone off now, but it's quiet. Again, have a quiet one from Rashford. Been played out in the wing, not playing in his natural position. But yeah, didn't look happy when he went off either about a couple of minutes ago. He's beating Show gets off, yeah. Now De Gea's wasting time with a goal kick. How's that goal kick? Seriously, why did they not check that? I'm sorry. Luke Shaw literally sees him and goes, crack. Almost broken. Yeah, exactly. If that'd been the other way, at the other end, that'd be clear as daylight. Be giving us a pen. How long we got? I say 4 or 5 minutes injury time we'll get because of that stoppage there. Had a couple more minutes on, so about 4 or 5 minutes. Take your time, mate. Not like you're losing. Yeah, don't even get me. Yeah, I saw that. It was like, no, I said in the stream, it was like, hang on, 8 days ago, that's given us a penalty against us. Fast forward 8 days, it happens to us. Nope, not but 6 minutes. There you go. 6 more minutes for Villa to get something out of this and force this into extra time at least. Mate, put your phone on me, you idiot. But in terms of the shirt pulling as well, it's not the first time we get called up for, what was it, the Unai Emery second, or was it briefly second season, away to Liverpool. David Luiz does that. Literally just go, his hand grab, doesn't even like full on grab, he literally just makes contact and he's sort of at the end grabs onto the Mo Salah's shirt. And I wouldn't mind Mo Salah continued. He didn't fall down on nothing. He continued to play. And they got a pen. A few weeks later, we played Sheffield United. Socrates has his shirt fucking yanked and he couldn't fucking odds it. No pen. But hey, there's no bias against Arsenal. It's just incompetent refs, 24/7. Majority of the stuff goes against Arsenal, though. But that's okay. Go, 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 go. Come on, Villa. Come on, Villa. It's a foul. He's given offside. Fucking El Ghazi's just been fouled. And he's gone, no, offside. The aftermath. Fucking idiots. One positive, guys. As I said earlier, the main positive, they've got one more game, another game to play. Along with their European Champions League attribute against Atletico next month. They've now got an FA Cup match to play as well, along with all their league games, including the ones they've got to catch up on. It's only Arsenal that have to be fair to them. Oh, go on, go on, go on. Oh, Gaza, you dick. Absolute waste of fucking space. They actually wasted time then. He's allowing them to do it. To be fair, this should be 1-1 going into extra time, but no. Some brown envelopes came out of nowhere and went into the wrong hands, shall we say. Just means, as I said, it just means they've got an extra game either way next month. That's 3 games more than what we've got to play, or 2, depending if it's a final or not. Shouldn't he be at AFCON? He's oh, come on. He's a young lad. Oh, Ghazi. Oh, bloody. What's that? Is he, I don't know. Maybe he might have had a fallout. Was it Ziyech? Or was he Moroccan? Is it Moroccan? Either way, but he's country qualified for the AFCON, yeah? But he hasn't been called up because he's back in the summer. He had a massive public fallout with the manager, and he doesn't get picked anymore. So that's a blessing or curse of Chelsea. But he was one I really wanted at Arsenal. I was gutted when Chelsea signed him because I was thinking, oh, it'd be perfect for us. And he just hasn't worked at Chelsea for him, sadly. They're seconds away from 4-time whistle. That's a waste of time. Kicking the ball away, apparently. He's been okay. Good point about extra games for Man United plus. But yeah, that's what I'm saying. They've got that doubt. Compared to us, as it stands, unless we get to the final ourselves, the Europa League final, the Carabao Cup final ourselves, United will have 3 more. Going through now, they'll have 3 games to play. FA Cup 4th round at the start of the month. Within 10 days later, they've got the first leg against Atletico, and the second leg 2 weeks later. And amongst all that, you've got league games as well. So that's what I'm taking positives from this. Yeah, full time, United have gone through 1-0. Villa, in the last 15 minutes, Villa just dropped off and sort of accepted defeat, which is a bit weird considering I think after that second goal get disallowed, they just gave up the ghost rate basically. So wanted to save their energy for the weekend's Saturday's game. That's what I'm saying. I'm taking positives. The fact that even though we're out, it's gutting that we're out. I'm taking positives from it. It's one less game for us, and as it stands, unless we get to the final, 3 more for Man United. In terms of grand scheme of things, it could benefit us going into the back end of the season now. And even if we get to the League Cup final, they've still got 2 games more than us to play. And our game, that final game, the cup final itself comes at the end of the month anyway. Aston Villa, Steve saying Aston Villa so much better than Man United. Should have scored 3 or 4. They were absolutely dominant for the majority of that game. But the 75th minute, I don't know what it was. 75th minute, they just sat back and sort of was like they accepted defeat suddenly and like, you know what, we're not going to overcommit. We're going to just we'll try and score if we can, but try and save the energy for the weekend because they've got to play each other at the weekend at Villa Park now. But the only difference we've seen starting the lineup for Villa is that Coutinho will start. Again, United literally, apart from the first 10 minutes, like 10, 15 minutes, say 15 minutes at a push, yeah? Apart from the opening 15 minutes, they were shocking again today. Like we were saying, the majority of this game was dominated by Villa. Look, it is what it is. As I said, positives. They've now got an extra game on top of the Champions League and all that. So it's 3 extra games they've got to play. Instead of compared to us next week. Right, look at this again. They're showing the disallowed goal here. You can watch it. This is an offside offence if it impacts on the ability of the opponent to play or challenge the ball. Cavani runs into Jacob is then offside, but in this game, if we can't use VAR in every FA Cup game, wherever that may be, Victor's having a kick off. In this game, I understand that it's just Premier League grounds only, but we were at Hull on Saturday where they should have had 2 penalties if VAR were there. They got dumped out of the cup partly because of that. Now, on to this decision. They spent 3 minutes 36 seconds to get this. They seem to look to see whether it was handball, whether it was offside out of Danny Ings. When they realised they couldn't give it to a handball, okay, we'll go back to the foul. But literally, Cavani runs into Jacob. I'm not 100% certain that Cavani is actually getting back for the goal. He's clever. Yeah, he just uses his experience there, that's all. And he doesn't attempt at all to sort of get around him. No. He doesn't have to. But isn't it clear in every obvious error? I don't think it is. No. Because I'm not certain that Cavani's actually going to get to the ball. I'm actually agreeing with Shearer a lot here now. Even fucking Mikovic is actually saying, you know what, that's wrong. It wasn't a clear and obvious mistake either. It's just like it was literally watching it as you go back and watch streaming. It all happened as well. It unfolded. It's like they were initially checking for handball on Danny Ings, offside and handball. Yeah, when the second they realised they couldn't give anything for that particular moment for the ball going into the net, they then decided to look all the way back to the main point of Cavani running into Jacob Ramsey. It is Jacob. It is Cavani just running into him. That's all he's done. He makes no attempt to go towards the ball. He's running away from the ball towards Jacob Ramsey and he's gone down. I'm sorry, it's ridiculous. It wasn't a clear and obvious error either. There's no way you could say. He makes no attempt to get round, as you said, he makes no attempt to get round Jacob Ramsey either. But yeah. But because it's United, we have to help him out. Anyway, it is what it is. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. It's not just me that thinks that. Then that's just my my grown-up rivalry getting into me. Even Lineker tweeted earlier that VAR looked for any reason to disallow Aston Villa's goal. Took almost 4 minutes to review. Yeah, it was the same. They literally got it at 3 minutes and 26 seconds. It took for that to be disallowed. That's what I'm saying. It's like whoever's in charge. No matter who's in charge of VAR on May night match day, if they can, they will help them out basically and go. They'll look as far back as possible, basically, to disallow a goal or not give a penalty away against United. Ridiculous. And again, we said it last night in the during the Arsenal game. VAR, they can't implement a VAR in all the grounds from the third round games, no matter if it's a national team at home or away or whatever. They can't do that. Then fine. No VAR at all should be used then until the quarterfinal, semi-final stage, when you're pretty much, and even then, if it's a championship or League One team still in it, for that weekend, you installed it into the fucking ground that they're hosting. Other than that, it's just a semi-final because it's at Wembley, and the final until they get their head up their arse and decide to actually put money into it so they can use it for every single match and every round. That's going to be a long time away. So until then, just using VAR at Premier League ground zone, it's so unfair. Imagine. Because, for example, next round, Kidderminster are hosting West Ham, yeah? There won't be there will not be VAR at that game because Kidderminster are hosting. Imagine there's a point. It's at the start of the game. It's exchange. It's 0-0, and there's an incident where possibly it could be a penalty to Kidderminster, but it doesn't get given because there's no VAR. But you look when we're looking back at over TV, we can see it's a clear penalty, but it's not. It can't be given because the referees missed it. There's no VAR to help. So what? They're now lost out. But if it had been the other way, if it was at West Ham instead of Kidderminster, then VAR will be in play for that game. So Bella can play against Man United in the next round. Yeah, could. He didn't play. He wasn't in the matchday squad at all, so he's not cup tied or nothing. So he will be available for the next round against United. Come on, Bar. Who's in charge now, Bar? Is that? Oh, what's his name? The old Sheffield United manager. Oh, what's his name? Oh, I can't remember his name now. Because Warnock got sacked. Literally, won a game, got sacked. It's like, yeah, I won a game, but I'm sacked anyway. I've been told I've been sacked. Chris Wilder, that's it. Yeah, Chris Wilder got employed. I think that's a good appointment actually because he knows the league. He knows how to get out of it as well. So for Borough, it'd be good for them. You never know. I think where are they in the league actually, Borough now? Look. Because there's quite a few teams that are going to be a playoff team, basically. This. One sec. This wants to fucking work. That'd be great. Table. The 7th, so 3, 4, 5. They're just outside by a point in the playoffs. But I'm saying there's quite a few teams I'd like to see either come up or get in the playoffs. I wouldn't mind Blackburn coming back up. They're currently second by a point. I wouldn't mind Blackburn coming back up automatically or otherwise. They've been gone for a good few years now, so. Piss off, lockdown gathering. What are you about lockdown gathering? BBC News. Piss off. Thought things were getting better, apparently. Yeah, but what was it? How long has it been for Blackburn? 8, 9 years, maybe longer, since they've been a Premier League club. West Brom can stay in the Championship for another season because I can't stand it. I can't stand them teams like Norwich that go up and down every season. Like, fuck off. Huddersfield are doing well this season. I wouldn't mind to see them in playoffs along with QPR as it stands and Boa. Even Coventry are shout for playoffs as well. They'll be in and around it, basically. And good luck to them. It'd be nice to face them sort of teams as well after so long. League-wise, just don't face. I don't know what if I the same for been 24 years or whatever. But after the last 2 times we played you in the last few years, I don't think we're ready for you to come back up for another year or 2. Sorry. What's the hate I get from Dawn now? Fucking hell, he'll come after me now for saying that. How dare you? If you're a Villa fan, my team's lost to that, I'll be waiting outside and throwing punches at the ref. Colonel, if you're encouraging violence, VAR will spot that. Laugh out loud. But oh dear, with that, I think we best wrap things up quickly. So have a quick check over on YouTube, see if it's okay over there. Oh dear, got to laugh. You don't laugh, you cry. Right, is up. Let's reload the page. Yeah, not good turnout. Not a good turnout at all today for the stream, but it is what it is. You'll vote. People vote for it and don't come in like, yeah, great. I will put a poll out actually out of interest more than anything, because obviously AFCON is an AFCON. Egypt play Nigeria tomorrow in the AFCON group. I think it's group stage or whatever. I don't know if it's straight knockouts or not, but I will put a poll out in the next half hour. I'll put a poll up in about 10 minutes' time to see if you guys will be interested in me doing a watch along for that or not, with the time frame of all that and what time it kicks off and all that as well, UK time. And if you guys say a good enough amount of votes come in, and it's basically a stonking majority say yes or whatever. If it says yes, then we'll go ahead of it. If not, then we don't. But yeah, apart from that, Wednesday, I'm hoping to do a podcast on Wednesday to preview the rearranged first leg of the Liverpool game with a few of the guys, and then on Thursday do the watch along for that. Put ourselves through another hour and a half of that bullshit. Yay! And then Friday do another podcast preview towards sort of depending on what happens on Thursday. Touch on that as well, but maybe focus on the North London derby. And then Saturday, may do a neutral watch song. I don't know yet. If like 2. No, I don't know yet. Match of the Day streams will be back as well. That on Saturday, 10:25 we'll go live. Have a few minutes before the show starts. And then, main event of the weekend for Arsenal fans, obviously. Arsenal away to Tottenham. North London derby, must win, really. Go there, get the result, hopefully, and then match a day 2 stream, depending on how I'm feeling after North London derby, obviously. And yeah, then the podcast the following day, in review of all that. But yeah, and the odd AFCON game in between, maybe if you guys are interested. Yeah, but apart from that, I'll see you guys on the other side. Enjoy the rest of your evening. What's left of it? What was that? Oh, just talking about yourselves now. Okay, that's cool. Yeah, I'll see you soon. Let's take the scoreline down now. And yeah, we'll see you tomorrow, possibly. Depends on you. As I said, keep an eye on the next 10 minutes. The poll will be up on the community post. Also, if you want to come, if you're new to the channel, do subscribe and all that. It's completely free. Turn on notifications so you don't miss it when we go live. So when I do these live streams, I do them hours in advance and all that malarkey. If you see it, turn on the reminder for that as well, so to double check you don't miss any of it. And then also share it about. Grab a link channel, or if you like, come across us live, grab a link, share it about, and all that jazz. That actually helps the channel. If obviously you can bring more people in, and we can do things like this and grow the channel organically as we can. That's the whole point of it. Well, I'm doing it organic one way or the other. I'm not, contrary to popular belief from some parts of the community, I plan to do this completely organically and the hard and graft of what it is. But yeah, I'll see you then soon. Also, if you want, actually, that's something. If you want to become a member, you can. Is a one-off? Is it not one-off? Is a one-level scheme thing, whatever I can call it. Is a one-off payment of however long you want to be a member for. I've already got the badge ready. I sorted all out. Obviously, the channel badge. I'm sorting out other things as well, other graphics as well to go along with it as time goes by. And as more of you become members, when we hit, say for example, we hit 20 to 20, say 20 members, yeah. I'll then do a giveaway between yourself, the members itself. I'll do a live stream giveaway for channel merch or something Arsenal related, basically, or whatever, depending on who's obviously, yeah. But make it worth your while, sort of thing. Bit of a more of an incentive for you guys as well. And also a thank you as well for being a member and all that. But yeah, check it out if you're interested. Let me know you've done it, and then yeah, I'll keep an eye out for you. And until then, I'll see you on the other side, as always. Even though we're not doing an Arsenal stream tonight, up the Arsenal. Come on, you Gunners.